Yesterday, during our Wednesday call, we had worked with Stephanie to build a payment page and a payment link page for her course. And I sent her away with some information on adding the automation so that once someone buys, they get the confirmation and the reminders and those things. So what I'm going to be doing now while no one is in the room is adding that information to her automation that we started yesterday. So I am going to share the screen, at least until someone comes in the room and asks questions. So I am in Stephanie's account and I am going to the Archetypes Made Easy class. Now, what this is for is if someone buys something for a course, for a webinar, for a something, and you need to send them reminders, you need to send them the confirmation, this is that step. So we have, the emails are going out to do the invitation. That could also be a funnel page or something else. We have the product as a payment link for her to be able to collect the payment. So that's a really fast and easy way to do that. This is now the next step of, making sure that they actually attend the class, that they have those reminders, that they got that confirmation, they know where to go, those things. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. And we started some of this yesterday in office hours. So we have the name of the automation. Then we have that a payment was received via that payment link for this very specific product. So this is our trigger. Someone buys and then these next things happen. So we wait 1 minute and because that's what I always add kind of a little bit of a wait step to everything just to make sure that the system is catching up. Technology shouldn't need that, but I do it just to make myself feel a little bit better. So we do have a 1 minute wait step. Then we're adding the tag that they are, that they have bought into this. Then we are setting the event time. So she has this class as actually this coming Sunday. So there's not a whole lot of time, but we need to, if we're going to be setting confirmations and reminders, we need to make sure that we have an event date and time. So one of the things I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to send the confirmation email. Now, Stephanie did send me the information, so we're going to get that over. So here, before we set this time, we're going to send the confirmation email. So we have this new builder in here, and so we have the recent actions, and we're going to send email. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the from name and any of that other stuff. It pretty much comes right out of the account, so I'm going to leave that alone. And so this is going to be the action name. So this is the confirmation email. And then I'm going to grab some of the other information from a screen, from a different screen. And so we're going to copy her subject. And then we're going to scroll down here. We're going to do a quick so, oops, we're going to add a tag of contact first name. Then I'm going to add the punctuation and I'm going to come down and we're going to add the rest of this, what to bring, what you learn as a reference. So now we're going to do that. Now, if you notice, the font doesn't match. So we're going to take and grab all of that and we're going to make it all the paragraph style. We're going to change this from Times New Roman. I like Arial. I think it looks a little bit better. We're going to make sure that it is 16, so it's easier to read. And now all of it looks relatively the same. It's all consistent. So we're going to have that there. We are going to add some spaces in here just to make it a little bit better. So this does not need to be bold. Then we're going to Now, keep in mind, this is supposed to be a live training course for my office hours, so that's why I'm not pausing this. I'm just moving through and doing the work so that you can see how long it takes to do some of these things. So now I'm going to add the tag of user signature. So this is going to pull from the profile under her user profile, and it's going to pull her user signature that we have there. So we don't have to copy and paste it for everyone all over again. Okay, so the confirmation email piece is done. And now we're going to do reminder 1. So this is going to be, we're going to do, oops, probably don't need to. So we have the recent actions. We're going to click on the wait. And this is going to be 48 hours before. And so instead of this being a time delay, this one is going to be actually event appointment time. So we're going to do it before. So now we're doing this. We have the event time. That's why we need to set the event time. We're going to set this before, and it's going to be 2 days before. If the timing of this wait step is already in the past, we're going to move to the next step because we don't need it to send the same emails over and over. So if they register on Saturday, we don't need to get the 48-hour email because the class is on Sunday. So we're going to move to the next step, and we're going to save this action. And now we're going to do another send email. And this is 48-hour reminder. And we're going to grab the same information that she already gave me. And one of the things I'm going to do in this, and I'm working on a different screen, so we have this over here. So I'm actually going to enable editing for myself. And instead of these all being times, Robin, I'm just going to go ahead and switch this here to Arial. Let's try that again. We're going to change them all to Arial. And we're going to go with that. So now I'm going to bring this back over. And now I don't have to do that work in the system. So we have a subject line. So we have the reminder. Then we're going to add the name, contact, first name. All right, then we're going to go with the email. And we're going to paste that. Then we're going to do that. And then we're going to add the user signature. We're going to save that action. And then we are going to do another wait. And this is also not a time delay. This is based on the appointment time. And this is going to be, we're going to do 4 hours before the event. Now we shouldn't have to move to the next step. We're just going to leave that as outbound, outbound, wait till or event starts action. Okay, so we're going to hit save. So this is 4 hours before. We're going to go ahead and move to the next step if we need to. I'm not sure what else she has. We're going to send a new email. This is 4 hours before. And then we're going to do today as a subject line. We're going to do, oops, I don't need all that. Yes, I know you can't see everything I'm doing. We're going to do this. And there we go. So this one's going to be a really, really, really simple one. We're going to save that action. And then she's got a text message reminder. She has text messaging, so we'll go ahead and add that one. So we are going to wait 1 hour before. And then we're going to change the time. And it's going to be 1 hour before. And we're going to save this action. And this one is going to be an SMS. So we're going to send an SMS. And 1 hour before. Looking forward to seeing you. That's perfect. We're going to save that. And then there is nothing else that we need. So, this is basically it probably took more time to create the content than to put this into the automation. But what this does is this gives you the confirmation email because someone has just paid money to attend a class. And now we need to make sure that we have the systems in place so that we have all this other stuff. We also need for Stephanie to know, that they did, sign up for the class, that there was, nothing going on there. So we now have all of these confirmations, people will attend, we have all this. So now we're going to save it and we're good to go. Now I'm going to stop my share for a minute because I don't want to share her personal payment information, but I want to make sure, see if anyone has. I'm going to go into her payments area. I'm going to go to her transactions and I want to make sure we don't have anyone that has recently spent the $200 because we didn't have that automation turned on before. So I wanted to make sure that we didn't have any transactions that had been missed, because if we did, I would go in and make sure that we have everything set up correctly. But where we're at right now is she doesn't currently have any of the $200 transactions, so we're doing okay. We don't have to do that. But say you did. Say you did have someone that you needed to add them to the automation. So I'm going to come out of her payment area and we're going to go to one of my accounts because I don't want to share her client's contact information. So we're going to go into one of my accounts because I don't mind sharing some of the stuff. Okay. And even if I go, bear with me, we're going to go to this one. And we're going to actually just look up one of my actual contact records. And so we'll just look up this one. Okay, so I am going to share my screen. And so I'm going to click, so we're in my contact dashboard or in my contact records. I'm going to click on this one. And I have the new interface that's going to be coming out. I will probably get this set up for you all soon, but just wanted to let you know I am not Dragon Armor Shingles. Um, we're going to kill that. So this is a contact record. So say you needed to manually add one person to an automation. So in this example, if Stephanie had had someone that used a payment link, had purchased the class, and we didn't have the automation turned on yet, we would need to manually add that person to the automation so that we know that they got the tag, that they got all of the emails, and that everything is set properly. So what you would do is you would go to a contact record, and then up here in this new interface, it's actually up here at the top. So you'd come over here, there's these three areas right here. There's all fields, which is all of the fields that we have for a contact. If they are D&D or not, I don't know why mine is turned off. We need to turn that back on. Then we need these actions. So in these actions, we do currently have, and I don't know, I don't know why we have that. So you can see where they are currently in workflows. What is this one? And now you can go, why is this contact record in this thing? So let's see what this is. Internal. Yeah, not entirely sure what this is. So, I mean, I have it for a reason. I'm not worried about that piece. It's just I don't know why this record is in there. So we're gonna, if you want to take someone out of an automation, you can also see what's active, and you can hit the X button and say, do you really want to move them? Yes, you do. And so we're going to move them. So this will then move down here to these ones that have already happened. Okay. But this is also how you can add someone to an automation. So if we were in Stephanie's account, we would click the add button and we would look for that archetypes workflow. But she's not. So we're going to just move me. We're going to do it really doesn't matter which ones I do. Here, I'm just going to do this one. So any of your automations, any of your workflows are going to be in here, so you can just add them to a thing. I don't want to do that one though. Here, we're going to do that. I'm just going to add myself to a nurture series that I have. So we're going to add that. It doesn't have an event start time. I don't need this. So we're just going to add. And now what's going to happen is I am going to start receiving the emails that I just sent to myself because I've added myself to this automation. So it will, usually there's a 1 minute wait, as I always add, and then it will set myself into the system. Okay, so this one says it created an opportunity, which means it came from this workflow. Then I'm going to go ahead and refresh the screen and see what else it tells me. All right, so let's go back and we're going to look at the actions area. It does show that I now have this active workflow happening. So we're going to see and just double check, what is this workflow? What did I add myself to? You can see that I'm there. Then we're going to look at the builder. So it's going to add an intro. It's got an opportunity. It's waiting. So I sent, this says I had a snippet. So now it's going to wait 4 days because supposedly, the way that this worked was I already sent an introduction email. 4 days later, it's going to send another follow-up email. 4 days later, it'll send another email. So that's what this automation was. So that's why we're not going to see anything other than it created an opportunity. So I'm going to close this and I'm actually going to take myself right on out of this. But you can see here that the opportunity was created. So it is actually in process. It would have been the exact same thing if we had done this manually for Stephanie. We can absolutely add anyone that may have missed that automation, put them in there, and then it would automatically start adding those tags, adding the follow-ups, the reminders, all those things that would go through. So I'm going to take myself out of that and remove it, and we are good.